Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Again, going over our intraday swing and long perspective as we're leading into tomorrow's CPI. Again, our prior CPI coming out higher than expected, but lower than prior. We did have a doji candle coming out, and then a couple days later, we did have a gravestone doji coming out. We did have a continuation on lower. Again, we did continue on lower. We had our engulfing candle, had a spike, and then we did have our evening star, and we have been continuing on lower since that evening star, dropping below our 200-day moving average. Again, tomorrow's data did come out higher than expected prior, but lower than our prior CPI, so expected to be worse. Going to tomorrow, we're going to see exactly what happens. PPI coming out the very next day. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and if you are a day trader, if you want to see pre-market news that you want to be watching, if you're looking for data sets that you want to be watching, for example, 30 minutes before market open, the market very much does react to certain data sets and you didn't know that they were coming out, or 30 minutes after market open, if you guys are trading out the gate movers, or just looking for those major volatile breakouts on news that we mention every single day in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today. Again, let's jump into this one. So jumping into the SPY with you guys here, looking at our intraday perspective off the bat, again, looking at our daily candle structure so we can anticipate what may be happening going into tomorrow. Again, we have CPI coming out 1 hour before market open. We have been keeping an eye on our Fibonacci lines here. As you guys can see, again, continuing on lower on Friday, having our gap down, a continuation on that gap down that we did have going into today, as we did opening lower here, as we did close higher here, and now closing almost exactly at that same point here after rejecting our 0.382 fib. Again, that is our 391 resistance level if you guys did play that to the downside intraday. However, what we are looking for that swing momentum is to see if we can get a possible engulfing candle to the downside. Maybe we do have that room to run to the downside to retest our 374 level. Again, the lower end of our fib line here, which also is the lower end of our prior balance that we had. So again, that would be our prior balance low if we did have, again, higher than expected CPI, higher than prior CPI. That would give us that possible continuation on lower. As far as that swing momentum, we want to see if we do either continue on below 374 or if we are going to get that bullish candle set up possibly from here. Maybe we have a possible engulfing candle. We play intraday to the downside and possibly a doji candle coming out here, an inside bar, and then possibly bounce back for a retest at our 391, again, 3.82 fib that we would possibly be retesting. So again, that's that bearish possible bounce case scenario. That's our swing term momentum at this point in time. So again, we're looking for more confirmation. Now, as we look at our swing momentum, looking at our weekly chart, as you guys can see, again, dropping below our 20 and our 50 weekly moving average, looking to see if we would possibly continue on lower, if we would get that bearish candle set up possibly to the downside here if we were going to continue on lower. Again, retesting our 50 weekly moving average on the day today as well, which is exactly our 0.382 fib again on our daily chart. So again, exactly a point here that we did get a rejection from, and now retesting, looking to see if we will possibly get that bearish candle structure going into next week. Again, this is our weekly chart. So again, this candle is currently only opening. We will see if we do possibly continue on with this continuation that we dropped below our 20 weekly moving average and our 50 weekly moving average with. So again, currently we are cautious on our swing momentum to the upside. However, very much on watch to see if we do possibly get any bearish candle structures to the downside if our 20 weekly moving average does cross back below our 50 weekly moving average. So currently sitting in consolidation on our weekly moving average, looking to see if we will have any confirmation on a continuation on lower. If this drop below our 20 and our 50 weekly moving average was a continuation on this rejection that we had here on our 50 weekly moving average, we'll see exactly what happens. Again, tomorrow CPI very much will predicate exactly where we're headed. PPI the very next day, extremely key. Now looking at our long perspective, again, looking at our monthly chart, as you guys can see, again, getting that rejection last month on our 20-month moving average. As we did mention, we had a full bar here showing us a possible continuation on higher. However, recognizing that that was very much a test on our 20-month moving average after getting a rejection prior, we did need a test and then that possible bullish candle structure to continue on higher. Again, that would be that possible engulfing handle to the upside if we were going to continue on higher. But again, recognizing that this could be intraday and swing momentum on a rejection, and we have been getting that rejection. Again, we did mention after that rejection that we do typically continue on lower like we did prior. It's exactly what's happening here, opening lower here, retesting our 50 monthly moving average, looking to see if we will possibly get any bullish candle structure here to possibly even continue on higher here if we are going to, but we very much need that bullish candle structure above our 20-month moving average till we do get any full confidence to the upside at this point in time. As far as long term, again, we want to see at least a close above our 20-month moving average that we have not succeeded to do. Again, sitting overall within consolidation after a rejection on our 20-month moving average, we must be careful. We want to make sure this is not a continuation on below our 50-month moving average, which could be a large continuation on lower if that does happen. And again, with these banks that have failed in the last week, I definitely just would be careful. If we have a continuation on bank failures for any given reason, then we would possibly continue on lower and continue on with that bearish case scenario that we have been with our 12 and our 26 on our monthly MACD. Again, we still have that possible continuation on that bearish case scenario. What we do want to happen here, if we're going to continue on higher, is we want to see if we can start to curl up here and then cross above our 26 EMA here to possibly continue on higher. That is going to be that key momentum and key indicator that I would be watching for if we are going to have any momentum to the upside long term that you want to be playing into, in my opinion. Again, intraday we have nice moves, and again, swings we're going to have nice moves, but again, long term, we very much are cautious to the upside still until we do get that proof of concept here with our 12 above our 26 on our monthly chart. Again, that is what we're looking for. Recapping on our intraday momentum again, looking at our Fibonacci lines, retesting our point 382 fib going into today. If you guys did play again, that rejection, a very nice play. But currently we are sitting with either that possible continuation with CPI going to tomorrow with PPI the following day, assuming that we would possibly have that retest, since we would anticipate that continuation on that bad PPI the very next day, or we would possibly have that engulfing candle and looking for that confirmation with PPI to be, again, lower than expected, which would be, again, a lower inflation report. We will see exactly what happens. Again, prior we did have that continuation on lower, so we are cautious. And again, we're not exactly sure what to expect because prior we did have this pullback because of CPI and PPI. However, Biden mentioning on Friday last week that he's confident in CPI, which could be an early indicator possible continuation on higher if we did have a lower than expected CPI. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for major breakouts, we mentioned them in the Instables room. Any pre-market news that you want to be watching, we mentioned 2.5 hours before market open. Go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables, continue to take what the market gives us as we always have been. Again, very cautious as we did drop down below our 382 fib. But again, we will see exactly what CPI comes out as tomorrow, PPI coming into the next day, making sure that we do stay cautious, take with the market gives us very nice runs today, even the higher risk runners that we had. Again, that was a mining stock. If you guys did not know, HYMC, it is a mining stock, it's a gold stock, so it did run on uncertainty in banks. And again, that was a very nice penny stock run today. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.